Collective. Welcome back to the realm of alignment where we unlock the body's hidden codes. I don't know, that was like really weak. But okay, there's a really like actual serious energy right now. Okay? And I'm pulling cards and I've been pulling some tarot cards trying to tap into the collective energy. Um I really didn't want to read this energy because right now it just feels like there's a lot of chaos happening in the world. um so I put the cards back, but I kept getting the same energy, and I decided to pull some angel cards for guidance, and the same energy came out. So it's persistent. It's like you guys have to hear this. So the first card I got was recognition. I got love. I got fearless, and then I got union. Okay. So the energy that kept coming out in totality of the message is that there's this fear and obsession behind how something is going to play out in your life. This whole world is dealing with a love deficit. Everybody is thinking about love to some degree, worried about if they're actually going to find it, if they found it already, they're not sure. People are collectively dealing with this same kind of energy where some people are obsessing over this like question of, did I find love? Will I find love? And then others are fearful of the energy coming towards them, not sure if they're ready, not sure if they're prepared to receive this love, not sure if they have found it or should walk away from it, just in this like confusion of like thinking a lot about, the decision that we believe we need to make. I can't single myself up because I'm a part of the collective, right? And then with this love card, it's like it made it very clear that the energies I was pulling on earlier was about love. Um, One of the cards that came out was the Two of Wands after the Emperor. Which were the cards again? The first two cards I don't remember, but there were two cards that came out, and then it was the Emperor and the Two of Wands, which made me feel like there's this power. There's this power that the collective needs to step into in order to allow this energy in, kind of like a take a chance on yourself type of energy. Trust what's coming towards you type of energy, no matter what it looks like. So honestly, that's all I have. I'm not going to stretch the message because that's honestly what I was getting, and it didn't feel like an elaborate message. It really just feels like that's what the core of the, what am I trying to say? What came through and what I just shared with you is the core of what needs to be received. And there is just this need during this time for the collective, everyone, if you're watching this, to just take your hands off. Take your hands off right now. You're making yourself feel worse by overthinking. You're making yourself feel worse by trying to do more, thinking you need to do more. And really, you just need to trust more. You need to have more faith. And you need to allow the energy to just flow. Stop trying to determine your outcome. Stop trying to control the outcome of the situation because you're bringing yourself more heartache doing so. Trying to control the outcome. Right now there's this need to like really trust God and pray. And once you do that, you have to release the worry, which, trust me, I know. That sounds insane to say out loud because it's easier said than done. We always hear you can't pray and then worry. You have to do one or the other. But it's a part of the challenge right now that we're being asked to learn from. We're being asked to step into a faith based reality and remove ourselves from fear because God is not the author of fear. God is not the author of confusion either. So when you find yourself in those places, then you are pushing yourself into an area that's not aligned with you, an energy that's not aligned with you. We're all trying to figure it out and we're all trying to do the best that we can. So I get it, but right now, like I said, there's this like really strong need for everyone to just be patient. And I'm talking to myself. Okay? I'm talking to myself too when I say this. All these messages that I get, these intuitive downloads that I get are 90% of the time for me, but I also share it because I know that we are a collective consciousness and that if I'm experiencing something, there must be a collective of people who will find the message who's also experiencing it as well, whatever the energy is, and will need to take heed. And I will just be the funnel of the message coming through so that you can receive it. That's all. I'm the portal, and then you receive the message from the portal. Okay, so here's another part of the message. I was just on Instagram and I came across this video that reminded me of a video I did where I was talking about using your tools and finding what your tools are. Your tools are meditation. Your tools are breath work. Your tools are somatic exercises, going to the gym, prayer, keeping a routine, eating well, journaling, therapy. These are your tools. There are other tools, there are other modalities that you can find, but these are like the main things that you can use at this time, and you're going to have to remember to use those tools. Use your tools. Don't forget your tools right now. If you're overwhelmed, if you're feeling like you need um, something to help funnel this energy, instead of turning to things that are on the toxic, low vibrational level, use your tools so that you can stray away from bad habits. Okay? So that's all. That's the message. That's all I have. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.